everyone, how are you? I hope everyone is doing great. So, today I am here with you and I want to discuss something really important as to how to start with your judiciary preparation. This is a question that comes to mind of everyone. Okay, maybe you have already started preparing and you have not qualified. Maybe you have qualified prelims, maybe qualified mains, but unable to get to the final result. Maybe you are just a pass out from the college. Maybe you are still in the college. Okay. So I'm just going to tell like one strategy for everyone. There are few points that everyone should keep in mind and then start the preparation. Right. So these are the things that I will tell you. So basically, this is the team which is going to help you prepare for the judicial services. Then this is the campus ambassador program, which is there for the law colleges, and it is going to start like very soon. And there will be a lot of goodies, and there will be so many things that will be there. And you can scan to register for this. And the other features that are there, that will be told to you very soon. Then we are talking about Salfalta 5.0. This is a comprehensive batch and it is starting from 16th of March. It's a 12-month batch. It is going to cover your entire syllabus in a period of 12 months. Okay, so you can just scan and you can subscribe. You can use my referral code Charu7888 and you will be getting a huge discount also. Then this is the target batch, which is for the Bihar judiciary examination, and it is starting from 18th of March. Okay, it is again a 6-month batch and it is going to be very beneficial for all the people who are appearing for Bihar judiciary. Next is the batch for Haryana ADA. This is a special selection batch of 2023 and this is already started. Okay, and the offer price is right now very less, so you can use my referral code and you will be getting the discount. Now, this is the Foundation Judiciary 2023 major law batch which has started from 7th of March. So there are a lot of batches which is catering to everyone. Everybody's requirements are getting catered. Now, there are a lot of judges who are selected. There are a lot of students who are selected and who are now judges in judiciary. This is the 20% off on the Unacademy subscription. You can join the live classes. Okay, so for the judiciary target batch of 2023, the offer price right now is 36,736, and the target batch of 2024, the price is 50,511. And you can use my referral code of Charu7888 and you will be getting a discount, right? Okay. So now I will be discussing what should be the preparation strategy. How will you start, right? And where to start from? This is the most important question. Where to start from? Okay. So how to start from scratch? What should be the first step? What should be the second step? How your preparation has to be an organized preparation. All of this I will be telling. Okay, so in the next half an hour, we'll be discussing all of these things. So the first thing that I tell you is select the states that you wish to appear for, right? So see, every state has its own examination, judicial examination. Now there are a lot of factors on which it depends which state you want to write. First factor is language, of course. Now, a lot of states are states having Hindi language. A lot of states have their own language. For example, Karnataka has Kannada, Kerala has Malayalam, Tamil Nadu has Tamil, Telangana has Telugu, Andhra Pradesh has Telugu. If you go for Gujarat, then there's Gujarati. So there are few states which have their own language. Some of them even do not have, like Maharashtra, the Marathi language is not usually asked, right? So one reason that we have for choosing a particular state is the language. Okay, so if you belong to any of these states where a specific language is there, you can appear for those. If you are a person who has command in Hindi, you can appear for the Hindi states, the states which have Hindi as their language. So, for example, we have UP, MP, Delhi, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Jharkhand, Bihar, Rajasthan. So, there are so many states where Hindi is the language and Hindi is also asked in the examination. So, you have to ensure that you know Hindi in a like properly, you are able to write it and you're able to understand it and you're able to read it and everything, then only, right? So that is the first ground that we have. And this is how we decide as to which state you will be appearing for. That's the first thing. Second thing that you decide, second thing is where is your hometown, where is your family residing, okay, where do you want to settle down for life. All of these factors also come into picture, of course, when you are deciding which states you want to appear for. So please take like some time, decide which states you want to appear for. Now if you are a person who is from Hindi background and you have like so many 10 options of writing examination, okay, then also I'll say that please prioritize few. I'm not saying that you should appear for MP and should not appear for UP. I'm not saying that. But please prioritize that your priority is qualifying DJS, your priority is qualifying Bihar, like that. So that depends on your hometown, your family, all of these considerations, right? So this is the first thing that you have to do when you start thinking that I want to write judicial exam. Second step is a very, very important step, and I will be giving a lot of time to this step, that is analyze question papers of previous years. Okay. See, right now you don't have to check your knowledge because you are just starting. Okay. And some of you are just in college, maybe in your second year, maybe in your third year. Okay. Or you're just starting. So please do not go and check your knowledge. There's no need of checking your knowledge. Okay, at this stage. So do not worry about the answers, but please analyze the past year question papers. Now, how will you analyze the question paper? This is something which is very important. Why? Because when you analyze the question paper, you get to know the trend that a particular state is following, the portions on which that particular state is focusing. Okay, so for that you have to analyze almost like 10 years of question paper. So for example, you want to appear for Bihar Judiciary. Okay, so please take the 10 years question paper of Bihar Judiciary and how will you analyze? What is the analysis that you have to do? That also I'll tell you. So the first analysis that you have to do is from which subjects the number of questions is maximum. So what you will do, say you are going through a question paper of 2011 and you see that there are 20 questions from CRPC. Please write down 20. CRPC 20. Okay. Then in maybe 2012, there were 25 questions from CRPC. Okay. So please write down 25. So in that manner, this is the first type of analysis as to from which portion the examination is asking the maximum portion. So CRPC may be a thing from where a lot of questions are asked, and CPC may be a thing from which slightly less. I'll be back to lesson. Sorry for the disturbance. So basically, this is the first analysis that you have to do with every exam. May it be Rajasthan, whichever exam you're planning to appear, please do an analysis. And if you're planning to appear for multiple states also, say you're planning to appear for Rajasthan also and DJS also and UP also, please do a separate analysis of all these exams. So when you're doing an analysis, this is the first analysis as to which portion the state is focusing more on, which state the state is focusing more on, which portion, which subject, which law. Then the next thing that you have to do is The next set of analysis, the further analysis is that when you are going through the questions of CRPC, for example, there were 20 questions of CRPC. So they are going to be, they may be from various like 20 topics. There may be a repetition of say 3 questions, okay, from the same topic. So there may be things like this. This is another analysis that you have to do. Okay. So for example, there are 20 topics. Now from 20, say 2 come from the organization of the court. Then there are 2 which come from the arrest. There is 1 question that is coming from summary trial. There is 1 question which is coming from so and so. So you will be doing this kind of an analysis. Okay. Now this you have to do of like 10 years. I understand that it is going to take some time, maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 hours. But trust me, if you do this analysis, your half work is already done. Half preparation is already done. So this is the best and the most important thing that you have to do. Right. So that's the first thing that you have to do. So this is how you will be analyzing the past year question papers. So please analyze 10 years question papers of whichever state you want to appear at. Please analyze them this time. Right. So this is the second step, and this is one of the most important steps for your entire preparation. Right. Third thing that you have to do is read the bare acts. This I told you yesterday also when I was discussing about the mistakes that people do while preparing for judiciary examinations. They ignore the bare acts. But I'm telling you, bare act is the Bible for your preparation. Okay, may it be your prelims, may it be your mains, may it be your interview. Okay, you may, with a very large probability, qualify without going through a book. But if you're not thorough with the bare acts, I ensure that you will not qualify. So if you want to qualify, please be very thorough with the bare acts. So yesterday I told how you can go through the bare acts. Okay. So the first thing that is there, please read the bare reading. Please go through the bare acts, bare reading. That's the first thing. Second thing that you have to do is once you have done this, please solve the past year question papers again. Till now you have just analyzed, you have not solved yet. Now you have to solve, and whichever provision that you are solving, for example, section 157 CRPC you are solving, please go through the provision once again. Even if you are solving 10 questions on section 157 at the same time, please read the provision 10 times. I know it is going to take a lot of time, but once you have read it, you are not going to forget, and that is the key for the examination. Okay, and focus on every single word. Who is having the power to do so and so things? Is it the executive magistrate? Is it the magistrate? Is the word may used or the word shall used? What is the purpose of using that word? Okay, if there is anything which is peculiar, what is the peculiarity which is there? So all of these things you have to read and understand from the bare act. Okay, next thing I'm talking about is know where to give less time. This is a very important thing. Okay, this is basically called cost benefit analysis. For example, let me give you an example. If you are appearing for say UP Judiciary, right? And there are few questions, for example, section 7, section 6, these type of sections of the Indian Penal Code. In these type of sections, firstly, the questions are not asked. Even if they are asked, they are very superficial questions which are asked, maybe from the heading or something like that. Okay, so you have to make sure that you are not giving lot of time on these provisions. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, see, there are few subjects where you invest time, you will be able to produce more. For example, there is CRPC. there is CPC, there is evidence, there's IPC, there's constitution. These are those subjects from which if you will study it vastly, you will be able to produce nicely, because the questions which are asked are not that difficult. Okay, the questions which are asked are from a specified parameter, and the questions which are asked can be easily addressed. And that is why it is very important that you are reading these topics. Now there are few topics. For example, there's jurisprudence. Okay, now jurisprudence is one field which is very important for you to remember for like exams like UP Judiciary. But at the same time, you cannot ensure that you will be able to answer the questions. Okay, because it requires, because you have to remember a lot of things. And there's a possibility that the definitions that you are remembering or the jurists that you are remembering, they are not asked in the examination. So I'm not saying that stop reading jurisprudence. No. I'm just saying that give more time to the subjects like CRPC, IPC, evidence, the subjects which are asked in a larger number of questions, and by reading so and so portion, you will be able to answer that. What I mean is that when you are analyzing the question paper, say your 90% question paper is coming from 200 provisions. Okay, right? Now there is one question which is coming from, say, like X provision, which was asked only once in the last 10 years. Please do not go and waste time on that one. Rather, please solve the other provisions, because by reading those 200 provisions from which the frequency of our questions being asked is more, you will be able to solve the questions with 100% clarity. That is it. Okay, so you should know where to spend less time. Understand where to focus more. This is the same thing, right? You should know which is the part that you should be focusing more and which is the part you should be focusing less, right? So this is again the just the extension of the last one, cost benefit analysis, right? Next time is discussing the landmark judgments. Now, yes, this is something which is very important. Please go through the landmark judgments. Okay, and if you are appearing for exams like Delhi Judicial Services, please read the judgment, because by reading the judgments you will know how to do the judgment writing portion, how to understand what the judge is actually trying to tell you, what the judge is actually trying to say. All of these things are there. So the landmark judgments are something which are very important, and you have to read them properly. What you can do is you can make like notes, sort of. If you want to make online notes, you can do that. If you want to make handwritten notes, you can do that. Okay, so the notes that you can make is like write facts in like very small portion. Then what is the mean? What is the ratio? What is the obiter? Because at times you can actually quote the obiter also in any of your exams, and you must know also. So you can write it down. So for a normal judgment, you can like you can compress it in within 1 and 2 pages, so that the next time you are reading it, you are not required to read the entire judgment. You can simply read that portion. Right. Next is, please go for less resources. Please do not go for this thick books, or do not go for multiple books on one subject. For example, what I've seen students doing is they will be reading J.N. Pandey, M.P. Jain, V.N. Shukla, every book which is available on Constitution. Please understand. First is you do not have that much time to write in the examination. Second is you do not have that much space to write in the examination. So even if you read 5 books, what is the point of reading those books? Rather, okay, whenever you have to write, say you have to write 200 words or you have to write 500 words. There are only few things that you can write. What are those few things? One, you will write the provision. Second, you will explain it. Third, you are going to write the landmark judgments. These are the only things that you can do. So this you will be getting in every book. So rather than going for multiple books, please go for one book. one book, any book for that matter. But go for one book and read only that, nothing else. And the bare act, of course. Right? Next is whichever topic you are reading, okay, especially when you're preparing for mains. This is a special thing which is for mains. If when you're preparing for mains, please make a short note sort of thing about it. For example, say you're reading basic structure in the constitution. So you will write down, okay, basic structure, what can be a tentative definition because it's not defined anywhere. Then you will write down two judgments, write down Keshwan and Bharti, this judgment, that judgment, so that you know you have this synopsis. Now, this synopsis is something that you can, if you want to write that answer in 100 words, you can reduce it to 100 words. But if you want to increase it to 500 words, you can increase it to 500 words. That should be the kind of synopsis, because when you have to revise before the D-Day, you do not get time to open the book. So a better option is not to open the book and just to open your notes and go. Okay, so please make small synopsis. Then, yes, you should be making a lot of charts and diagrams and pictographical representation for your brain to remember things. For example, if you are reading the organization of the criminal courts under CRPC, rather than just remembering for so section 6, section 7, section, rather than doing that, please make a chart. The chart should comprise of the provision, the judge, the jurisdiction which is there, all of these things. So make a chart, and if you want, you can place it on the window or on the walls or on the almirahs or something like that, so that you can see it every now and then, and you will be able to. And even if you make a small chart in the examination, which is not occupying a lot of space, but it is able to clarify things, you will be getting good marks also. If you don't want to make in the examination, that's okay. But the most important part is you should be in a position to remember, right? So use charts and diagrams and pictographical representation. Next is speak orally what you have studied. Sometimes what happens, we are studying. While you're studying, sometimes your brain has just gone somewhere to wander. And you're reading, but you're unable to understand. And then the brain comes back, and then you have skipped a portion, right? That is very dangerous, because according to you, you have read it, but you are unable to reproduce it properly. So the important part that you should be doing is please, please, please speak whatever you are reading. So, for example, you have read what is basic structure. Okay, just speak. Okay, just speak and make yourself understand it. Right. Another thing that you can do for this is that please write down a question related to it from the mains examination. So, for example, you are reading the powers of the President of India. If there's a question which is asked, please write down the powers of the President of India, this power, this power, this power, this power, in a very organized manner, like you will write in the examination. So once you will write, you will never, ever, never, ever forget. Okay. Next is, please do not panic. Please do not get disheartened and stay very, very confident. Excuse me. See, a very important thing that you have to remember while you're preparing is that it is a very important exam, but it is a mere exam. It is not going to change your life. It is not going to, it is not the thing in your life. It is just another examination. Okay. If you qualify, wow. If you do not qualify, life has better things for you. Right? So please do not panic before the examination. If you get a negative result, please do not get disheartened. If you are revising things and you realize that I don't remember so and so thing, please do not get disheartened. Be very confident that I am the right person. I am giving my 200% for the examination and I will be able to qualify. But have one thing in your mind every night when you go for sleeping. Okay. Whenever you go to sleep at night, you have like read so much and you have revised so much, whatever. when you go to sleep, please tell yourself that whatever hard work that I have put in today is just the 10% of what I can actually go, like the capacity that I. This way, the next day will inspire you to work harder. Okay, if by the end of the day you are saying that I have done enough, this was like the highest that I could do, the next day your efficiency is going to reduce. So when you are about to sleep, just tell yourself, this was just the 10% of what I have done, and I will be doing more than this tomorrow. It's going to give you a lot of confidence, and you will not panic, and please do not get disheartened. Next thing is, and the most important thing, I'm telling you, the most important thing, there's nothing which is more important than this. And this is the key for you to qualify the examination. The key for you to qualify is revise, revise, revise. That's the only solution. If you're not revising, if you're just reading, I assure that you will not qualify. If you want to qualify, the only way out is revise, revise, revise. Okay, now what strategy you can go for revising, that is your choice. I can suggest one thing. What you can do is, say you have read something today. Once you have finished reading it, say for example, you're reading about arrest and the rights of the person who are arrested. Once you are done reading it, please read it once again immediately. Okay, so for example, it took you 4 hours to read it once. Okay, please read it again immediately. It will not take you 4 hours. It will take you slightly less. Okay, then please read it again within 24 hours once. Then please read it again within 7 days once, and then please read it again within 14 days once, 14 or 15 days. This way, you will be able to understand the things very, very, very clearly, and you will be able to keep it in your mind. Okay. Another way of revising that you can use is, what you can do is, once you have done the topic, you can just go through it once again and then start solving the MCQs with respect. Solve the MCQs. Okay, because solving the MCQs actually gives you a lot of insight and logical understanding of the question. Because by solving the MCQs, you realize that what kind of questions can be framed from so and so topic. So that is why it becomes very important that you are solving these. Okay, so this is the first thing that you do. Please solve the MCQs, and please write down the mains answer also from that particular. Okay, that way two things will happen once you are revising, and second thing, when you will write down, it will get stuck in your brain, and even if you try, it is not going to come out of it. This would be the perfect exercise of revising. That way, you will be solving the past year question papers for prelims also, and for mains also, you will be having a set of model answers that will help you to revise later. Okay, so these are few strategies that you can follow. Now, these points that I've told you, this is applicable for everyone whosoever is preparing. If you are starting to prepare, very good, you can use it. If you are still in law college, you can use it. If you have already appeared few times, or one time or three time or two time, but you are unable to qualify, still you can use these strategies. Okay, and they're going to be very beneficial. Trust me, try them once. I assure you that if you are using these strategies once, the next attempt that you are appearing, you will qualify the examination. Just be honest and use all these strategies. Okay, any other specific questions that you have, you can just tell me. Okay, any other thing that you want me to address? Okay, this was actually a question that was asked by a lot of students, especially who are just coming out of law schools. that how should I start preparing, and I don't understand what to read and how to read and when to read, what should be the portion that should be read, what we have to leave, because the syllabus is so vast. So please understand that this is how you will have to go through the things. Okay, you can read it as per your choices, you can understand things as per your choices, and it's not going to be a problem, because if you follow these steps, you will be reading the things, you will be finishing the things, you will be covering the entire syllabus in a fixed time and in a very, very appropriate. Okay, so see you again, right? Take care. Bye bye.